This upcoming week, you can see the Broadway musical Gypsy right in your backyard. The local Framingham Theatre Company, A Common Thread, is putting on performances of the show from November 8th to the 17th. Being one of the only community theatre companies in the area, we spoke to members to learn more about what audiences can expect and the importance of local theatre.
They're going to see the same iconic Gypsy that they're expecting with the modern touches of, contemporary theater. I really wanted to make this something that everyone in the cast can feel they have equity in. So we made some big ensemble numbers, where we're really bringing in the whole cast on stage, singing multi-part harmonies. And they can expect to see some of my special sauce, if that makes sense. I really love to take the vintage stuff and bring it into the modern age. And so what I did with this text, I read it and I was just thinking this is a story of one person's life, and this person lived quite a while ago, but there are lessons to be learned here and there are connections to be made that really apply to everyone.
I think something people can expect is really great acting and a lot of stars in the show. It's a really emotional piece, at least for me and my character. There's a huge character arc because, I transitioned from being a child in the beginning of the show. And the first time me and Rose, who plays my mom, ran one of the final scenes of the show, we were crying into each other's arms because it was just a really powerful moment for us. So the acting all the way from the kids in our cast to the older members of our cast is just really great.
The music is really great in the show. The dance numbers are spectacular, and it's just such a fun show. It's kind of one of those get up out of your seat and dance at the end. It's really great.
You can expect a lot of energy. Not every show has a lot of kids in it. This one has, and which is always super fun because the kids always bring a whole nother level of fun into a production. And so especially for kids that are coming to see shows, younger people coming to see shows, and they see somebody up there that's their age, that's so exciting for them because they're and it inspires people, I could do that.
It's such a joyful show. It's just such a, even though it has its ups and downs and, they go through an awful lot, as Rose is trying to make this life for her children, and you do see that it's just such a strong sense of family, and that connects very well with the whole community theater aspect of it.
The community of community theater is the real beauty, the community part, because you have people from all different walks of life. You have people who are trash collectors, you have people who are engineers, and just everything in between. And they can all come to this thing that they have in common, which is a love of theater. And it's inclusive in that way.
I think community theater is a special thing because this is not a career for most of us. This is a passion. That's the only thing that's bringing us together is the love of theater and the love of performing. We're not getting paid to be here. We're coming here after work for most of us, after school for some of the kids, and we're giving up our nights to put together something that we think is really beautiful and to share our talents and to share our time.
The importance of community theater to me is giving people an outlet to make the art that they want to make. And it's hard. If I was a painter, if that was my art form, I could go to the dollar store right now and buy a canvas and some paint and go home and paint. But theater's not like that. Theater requires a group. Theater requires an audience. It requires infrastructure. It requires help, for lack of a better term. And community theater is the best way that I know of where people from all walks of life that love this art form can get together to practice their love, to share their passion for the hobby. And so the technical elements and things like that. In terms of the surrounding community, I just think the opportunity to go see high quality live theater at an affordable price right nearby is beautiful. It's important, just like having public art is important. Having a local library is important where you can get literature. I think having a local theater is important where you can see what I consider the king of all art forms, and you can see it live, and you can see a great show like Gypsy, which once again is rarely put on in Massachusetts.
I think it's wonderful because Framingham was always known for its strength in musical theater, and they won lots of awards, South High and North High, which is still in existence, and that was really my foundation. So to come back and see a theater group that's done so well and has been around for a while, I didn't even know it was here. So I'm really happy to know that it's in my backyard.
The fact that you can bring something like this certainly to people who might not normally experience this type of thing. That to me is one of the main reasons I like to do this. You know, not everyone has the luxury of certainly going to New York to see Broadway shows, or even, you know, to go into the city in Boston to go to the Opera House or one of the theaters. You know, that's not accessible for a lot of people. And the fact that we can do something in their community and they can come out for an evening or an afternoon and see a fun show, that I think is pretty special.
And it does a great service to the residents as well. You know, bring high quality theater. You know, this production of Gypsy is excellent. Bring high quality theater to a place like Framingham, you know, and the surrounding communities. I think we're doing a service to the area. You know, like you can go and have a lovely night out, see something that's going to make you think, see something that's going to make you laugh. Like, it's a joy, you know, and it's important.